Mike, this is gonna be what, 3? And then, bam.
Okay, so let's start from the top. Just tell me about the overall, how this came about.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll start at the beginning. Land in Italy, make our way to Florence, where I was on vacation with my girlfriend and came up with the bright idea of signing on to a film project while traveling in Florence.
Brought his godforsaken equipment on our vacation, lugging like 100 pounds worth of film equipment across these centuries-old cobblestones. Everyone within a mile radius could hear us coming down the street because of the noise these wheels were making on the cobblestones.
How'd you come up with the story? And then talk a little bit about the mechanics of producing it.
Yeah, absolutely. So the story kind of organically came into fruition. It started with our vacation to Italy, so I would carry the equipment with me pretty much everywhere we went. Every day was call times and scouting locations and rehearsals, script rewrites, the natural process of filmmaking, that I was blinded by my own ambitions. And
can I be, do I have to speak professionally or can I just say whatever? He kept bailing on all these reservations I had made.
Took me a few weeks to get my feet underneath me while I was chasing the shots of the city. But after a while, my loving girlfriend's patience wore thin.
Again, this was supposed to be a vacation, and Kyle was working the entire time, so I felt like he wasn't experiencing the beauty and romance of Florence. Hey.
Yeah, sorry.
Are you gonna be ready to leave soon?
To go where? What are you talking about?
We have plans to go out to eat.
I can't. I have a production meeting literally in 30 minutes that I have to bring them to this new draft.
Okay, but we made plans.
I hear you. I'm sorry, but they scheduled a meeting. What do you want me to do? Tell them no?
Okay, well, I guess I will see you later then. So I think the tipping point, honestly, was I had made some really hard to get reservations at a restaurant for dinner. We were going to meet some new friends we had made, and he told me that he couldn't make it. So I decided to play a little bit of a prank on Kyle.
Babe, someone left a note on the door. I don't know, I think it's for a kid's party. It says let the games begin or something. Try to have fun, I don't know. I'm not in a tower, but I have a special power. If your timing is right, I can be red or I can be white. I came home to find my equipment missing one day, and so I am frantically searching the apartment, calling to receive no answer on the cell phone. Find a note that leads me on a scavenger hunt of the city.
There are certain things about Florence that you have to take the time to experience. And I'm not just talking about the general vibe of the city or the architecture, but there are certain things that are unique to Florence, like the wine windows. I
look over and someone's getting a glass of wine through a window. It was really cool. I don't drink wine, but this was definitely the answer to my first riddle. So I approach the window and ring the bell, order a drink. And not only did they hand me a glass of wine, they handed me another letter. So I knew that I was on the right track. I knew that there had been effort put into this. I open the letter, I read the next clue, enjoy my glass of wine, and I pieced it together that it was about the pig.
It's pork sandwiches. It's a traditional
Very good.
street food in Florence. But
Yes. And they have a famous one right outside of their old leather market, which I thought originally was food, so I stumbled upon this pork roast, a full pig in a window, and I was like, this has to be it. Right behind that is a bronze boar that you'll find with a snout that has been rubbed down to copper, basically. You can see the discoloration. And so that's where I found the scroll in the boar's mouth. It's a very clever clue about not dropping the ball, and if you've ever been to the Duomo in Florence, the original ball on the top of the dome fell, and they have painted the markings. And in that, I navigated through the Duomo during the Tour de France. There was a bunch of inflatable globes next to the dome, so it was a very spherical environment. And then lo and behold, on the marking on the floor, painted white, was another envelope with another clue. I opened that up, and that riddle about a man on the bridge that looks like he was going to jump, but he can't. And I read that, and that one was more difficult for me because I hadn't seen the city yet. And as I was walking around the beautiful backside of Ponte Vecchio, it was actually a twist of fate. As I'm walking down, I see a tourist taking a photo of this statue. You'll see this man with a pink afro standing at the edge of the bridge. You'll notice that he's bolted down because he's made of metal. I was getting closer to getting my equipment back, which was very motivating, but I was enjoying the city for the first time, and I think that was the most important part of it. I actually kind of forgot about the equipment in this moment, which I think was my favorite part of that journey, was forgetting why I was there and just enjoying the sights,
Took you long enough.
To her credit, was the entire point. And that was where I found my last clue that took me to the Piazzale Michelangelo.
So you have this footage, you have these photos that a lot of people don't get to have. Now, how does that feel coming back and having that hindsight and, like, is it having those captured memories?
It's
a great question.
It's a unique souvenir. Watching this footage back is so much fun because I get to relive over and over all the beautiful things we saw.
But I did end up finding the equipment before the riddle was over. I had gone back home.
It was never missing. Let me just put that out there. It was never missing.
It was never missing. It was, as she likes to say,
I tidied up.
She tidied up. And in my fit of rage, my passionate search for my equipment,
what he means is his tantrum that he threw.
I overlooked a few aspects of our living space, and let's just say that all the equipment was in the chest by the door the whole time. I just never opened it because I ran out the door so quickly to try and find it. And, when someone doesn't answer your phone calls or your texts, they mean business. So I knew that I needed to complete the scavenger hunt with or without my equipment. And so after I found the equipment, I made the trek to the final clue leading me to Piazzale Michelangelo.
My favorite place in Florence.
It's beautiful, overlooks the entire city. A lot of stairs, lots of stairs. I made that trek on foot as this entire journey was, and so I did have a 9 o'clock deadline to meet that I may have missed by just a few minutes, but it was because I was running upstairs and dodging tourists
And it was hot.
And it was very hot, even for nighttime. Still very warm.
And ultimately ended up at the Piazzale Michelangelo, which is my favorite place. I think he learned his lesson by the end of our scavenger hunt, which I'm very appreciative of.
And then we reconciled. Not much better places to do that than there. I didn't bring my equipment. I brought a bottle of wine and 2 glasses instead, and apologized.
And we made a movie during the process. I hope you enjoyed. Ciao.